Good morning to all. Please, good morning to all from last, because my energy, I am drawing energy from you. So once again, good morning to all. Yeah, good. Now my energy is high. Respected Chairman, sir. Respected Dr. Kirit Shelat, Chairman NCCSD. He is retired Principal Secretary, Government of Gujarat, and he was the architect of Kirit Mahotsav program from 2003 to 2005, and it was very successful. And because of this initiative, Gujarat agriculture is progressing very well. That foundation this Kirit Mahotsav gave to Gujarat agriculture is tremendous. So, and Shri Rawat ji, DMD NABARD, Dr. AK Sood, DMD NABARD, CGMs from different ROs, Dr. Kalamkar from Director AERC, Dr. Pathak, ex-Vice Chancellor, and CGMs, my colleagues and participants. So it's my privilege to welcome you all at the land of Mahatma Gandhi in this inauguration program of Seaweed development in the coastal areas of Gujarat. And generally, anyone can tell what is the coastal line of Gujarat, because it has been revised recently. No Googling, please. General impression is it is 1600 kilometers. But last year, it was revised to 2340 kilometers based on advanced technology, GIS based. So it further gives, or it enhances the potential of coastline development or the seabeach development in the state of Gujarat. So in the light of this, this is the project which fits well into the coastal economy of Gujarat. Seaweed is generally called green gold of oceans. And when I talk to different industrialists here, they are in shortage of seaweed supply. If we see the contribution of seaweed production in the world, our contribution is only less than 1%. Out of 36 million tons, it's only 70,000 tons. So it's less than 1%. Further, I was visiting Biraval some time back. Then I came to know that this project is close to the heart of Honorable PM, and it is its development, seaweed development on the coastal line of Gujarat. It is being monitored by PMO, Principal Secretary to PMO, Dr. PK Mishra ji. Is continuously monitoring the development in the seaweed sector. And it's a nutritional powerhouse. If you see the nutritional value of seaweed, you will come to know what are the nutrients. It's the second, it is the industrial powerhouse. If it is a thickener, it is gelling agent in different products. Even toothpaste we do in the morning, seaweed is the crucial element in that. And textiles also, in dyes. So third is, this is carbon absorption powerhouse. So these three powerhouses, seaweed is, and because of this, there is especially coastal lines and oceans, they are suffering from acidification. So it will stop acidification. So I'm not going deep further because uh, time is short. So it will stitch from Biraval to Mandvi, this coastal line together if we take up this project. And this thread will ensure coastal jobs, women's enterprise, and climate resilient or resilience together. This program is not about just farming, seaweed farming. It is about future-proofing livelihoods, empowering women, and making Gujarat a leader in the coastal economy. Thank you, and Jai Hind. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, we are fortunate enough to have with us today Dr. Kirit Shelat. Sir is a retired IS officer and now he is Executive Chairman NCCSD. Sir, requesting you to kindly come and share your important remarks with us.
Pranam, Honorable Chairman, NABARD Dr. Shaji, Honorable Managing Directors, CGM NABARD Dr. Singhal, our senior officers and Vice Chancellors Dr. Pathak, Dr. Kalamkar, Dr. Divu, Kamdenu University Director Patel, Shri Kharadi from Fisheries Department, and all distinguished guests who are here on this very important program. And I would like to thank NABARD, Dr. Singhal and Chairman for organizing this and getting us all here together for this very important program for the country. Seaweed, what it is? It is a plant, vegetation, growing naturally in sea water, considered as a weed because nobody knew its value. And therefore, it was called seaweed. But situation has changed. It is realized that it has enriched with nutrients. It is an organic product and has a high commercial value. India has a vast coastline. As per an estimate by Niti Aayog, country has a potential of 10 million tons of seaweed as against actual production of 34,000 tons. Gujarat has potential of approximately 1 million tons. Currently, many coastal families, despite their proximity to marine resources, are not fully aware of the immense commercial value that seaweed offers. In fact, during our initial interaction with families other than fishermen families, we were amazed to know that seaweed was treated as a trash and considered as a weed. And they just thought, कि ये कचरा है, उसको साफ करो. On the other hand, fishermen families felt that if they devote more time on fishing, they will get more income without realizing that this they can do when they are forbidden to go to the sea. Simultaneously, traditional coastal livelihoods face increasing vulnerability due to climate change impacts. And there is need, therefore, to provide an assured source of supplementary income, and seaweed actually offers that. Seaweed provides a solution. They are climate resilient. It requires no fresh water or arable land or fertilizer. It naturally goes and absorbs carbon dioxide, and therefore it is truly climate smart. It has a high commercial value. Seaweed is globally traded, commercially used in food, fertilizer, animal feed, cosmetics, and pharmaceuticals, and we import it. Despite our resources, we are importing seaweed today from Indonesia and China. But what is needed is its exploitation by farmers and non-farmer families in ocean areas. They need to be informed and trained. That is why we talked to Dr. Singhal, who immediately came forward and said, let us make this happen. This project success hinges on robust collaboration between key partners. For capacity building, we rely on technical expertise of Central Marine and Fisheries Research Institute. Dr. Dibu is here. Kamdhenu University, Dr. Patel is here. Fisheries Department, Mr. Kharadi is here. The Gujarat Fisheries Department is crucial in providing necessary permission, registration of participating families, policy support, and facilitating rapid upscaling across the coastal areas. We look to NABARD, especially CGM NABARD Shri Shaji and Chairman Shahji, who have supported this endeavor. And we have to upscale these and develop tailored, accessible scheme for processing coastal families to adopt this technology, both for harvesting and local processing. I have worked with NABARD from very long time. From early 70s, we launched water harvesting program known as Watershed. NABARD had a dynamic leadership. NABARD came forward and supported this wholeheartedly. Similarly, when Dr. Thorat was chairman, we requested him to support Wadi program for tribal families. He came forward and turned around economy of the Dahod, Dharampur, Chota Udeipur tribal regions of Gujarat. Dr. Bhanwala supported building climate smart farmer projects, and NABARD is playing very important role. Let us realize very important role in transforming rural economy and sustainable livelihood. We are sure that current project will ignite similar economic development of ocean areas under dynamic leadership of Honorable Chairman NABARD, Dr. Shahji, and Shri Shaji and NABARD. Let us give them standing applause. Please. By raising awareness and building capacity, we aim to achieve this. This is preparing for a blue economic revolution with diversification. Husbandry industry from Bombay is procuring from them. Promoting blue carbon activity helps to combat ocean acidification and restores marine health and ecology, along with providing sustainable livelihood. It is transitioning of communities toward a more robust, climate-proof, high-value blue economy. India can emerge as a major supplier of seaweed processed items to the world, which is the vision of our Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi for Viksit Bharat. In fact, Dr. P.K. Mishra, Honorable Prime Minister's Principal Secretary, has visited Veeraval and Kutch, and we had requested him to speak also today, but because of his occupation, it has not been possible to get him here. We are deeply grateful for the foundational support and guidance from Gujarat Fisheries Department, Kamdhenu University, SIMPRI, and NABARD leadership. At local level, deputy directors of NABARD are very active, and we congratulate them for doing very many projects. We look forward for all of you for valuable involvement in making this success, because this is a new idea. And before I conclude, let me share a very brief story. How a waste product is converted into igniting local economy, and it is story from Kutch. In Kutch, in 60s, 70s, Kutch is a desert, arid area. and vast land of stretches of land. One plant which survived those, Prosopis julifera, everybody knows it as a bawal. What we did in rural development department at that time, we used a small aircraft, used cow dung to put seeds inside and spread it in, especially in the what is known as the Bani region and rest part of Kutch. And then Prosopis julifera flourished. And it provided, people who are from Kutch know, coal. Domestic coal came from Kutch and rural families got income, but more precisely, Prosopis julifera or bawal adds nitrogen to the soil. It changed the texture of the Kutch soil and brought rainfall, and Kutch today has a different rainfall pattern. It is no longer a desert area. It is exporting mangoes. It is exporting so many other things. So we look forward for similar revolution in coastal economy, and all of you have to play a very important role because people not think that this is useful. So let us make together this happen. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir, for your insightful address. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the moment has arrived to the official launch of learning on seaweed development. So, requesting Shri Shaji KV, sir, Honorable Chairman, along with all the dignitaries. The learning material for seaweed development. I'm pretty sure the future is bright. Thank you, sir, for the official launch of this learning material. Thank you once again. So we are truly honored to have with us Shri Shaji KV, Chairman NABARD. Sir, very humbly, I would like to invite you for your inaugural address.
Good morning to all, and I think most of you would have joined yesterday also for the inaugural session of this Health Summit, which is being conducted here. This is the second edition, as you all are aware. Dr. Kirit Shelat, whom I met briefly in Delhi when he mentioned about this project, and my colleagues from NABARD, ladies and gentlemen over here. When I took charge as Chairman NABARD in one of my first visits to the Prime Minister's office, one of the points of discussions was this seaweed. At that point, I didn't also recognize that seaweed holds that much importance in many of the aspects. Some of the aspects Dr. Kirit Shelat has told here already. When you deal with agriculture or any economic activity, the factors of production, the basics, economics 101 is land, labor, and capital. So these three things are necessary: land, labor, and capital. And here is one product which doesn't require any of the land. Labor, of course, is very important, which need to be there. Capital is minimum. Normally we use capital for agriculture for inputs. Inputs in terms of fertilizer, inputs in terms of pesticides. Of course, labor is, it's not treated as, as a capital, or rather capital requiring activity, because most of the agriculture in India is subsistence agriculture, where family labor is to be there. So when we talk about seaweed, there is no need for much capital.
There is absolutely no need for any land because it's grown in water, which is otherwise not used, grown in not fresh water. So freshwater requirement, water requirement is not there, fertilizer requirement is not there. And at the same time, as told, that it absorbs a lot of atmospheric carbon. This is an important activity which Dr. Uh, P.K. Misraji himself told this, that no, this need to be taken on priority. And they were mentioning about some initiatives in Tamil Nadu actually. Because when Prime Minister was Chief Minister over here, he did a lot of initiatives on seaweed. But then other states, mostly these coastal states, didn't take it that seriously. So he was insisting that Tamil Nadu, where the East Coast, a lot of shallow waters are there, and it's calm. It's very, very much suitable for seaweed cultivation. So we were actually dealing with, or rather, discussing with Tamil Nadu government for taking up seaweed in a large activity. And in fact, one of the budget announcements in the Government of India budget itself was large allocation to Tamil Nadu for seaweed cultivation. But then, due to various reasons, it got delayed. And last month, I got an opportunity to visit, Gudalur, that area, the eastern, seacoast in Tamil Nadu, where we were doing interventions in seaweed with women FPOs over there. And I could see, there our intervention not on cultivation aspects, our intervention was on processing activities of seaweed. And that count, I found that the women in the coastal areas getting involved not only in harvesting but also in the processing of seaweed and then branding it. And even they are now trying to export that, because there was a mention that we are importing a lot of seaweed products into India, normally mostly for cosmetic and also pharmaceutical activities. So now I told about that three factors, of which labor. Labor is very important in terms of providing employment. Our economy is growing fast, and it has to produce enough opportunities for engaging our people meaningfully and also providing livelihood to the people. So we need to have more of labor intensive activities, and seaweed is a perfect recipe for that. And that's why Honorable Prime Minister himself is focused on that, because he is concerned about providing more job to people, and it should be very productive. In services industry, of course, India being a services-led economy, a lot of activities are there. But then how far we can go? We need to be there in the manufacturing aspect of our economy. On that count, seaweed with less capital requirement and practically no land and no water requirement is perfect suit for providing improved livelihood, especially in the impoverished areas of the coastline. We feel a lot of women in the coastline, they are into trading activities mostly of marine products, but then they are not getting enough income. There was a mention about the coastline of India. Yes, there was a recent update on this, because it not due to any geographical changes, it was due to the scientific assessment of the coastline of India. Almost 3,500 kilometers of coastline got added, and of which roughly around one third is in Gujarat. So Gujarat holds immense potential for this. One other activity which Honorable Prime Minister prioritizes is the fisheries activity. That also is linked to the coastal areas. There was a mention that a lot of initiatives in Gujarat was taken, but Gujarat being predominantly vegetarian state, there need to be some sort of a value chain and supply chain from Gujarat to other states who are maybe in those states which are in the landlocked type of activity like Madhya Pradesh and all. But then fish is very important staple food there. So now there also the lot of activities need to be there. That is where the Prime Minister's Sampada Yojana, Matsya Sampada Yojana came into being, and there a lot of allocation is there both for fisheries and also seaweed. Uh, Almost, there was a mention about the target under the PMSSY for seaweed, 1.2 million tons of seaweed need to be produced. But roughly around one-tenth of that only is now current production. So there is immense catch-up to be done. And in the process, the coastal areas, apart from tourism. Coastal tourism is, it's important activity, but then their hygiene, such other aspects also need to be there. Wherever fish landing centers are there, hygiene is an issue. So we are working with many of the coastal states in providing hygiene, in educating the people and getting them involved into seafood tourism type of activities. In many of the states, we are implementing some of these products, and then we are also aggregating these fisherwomen as fish farmers, producer organizations. Uh, on that count also, because many of the farmers are subsistence farmers and fragmented holdings, lesser economic might, unless they come together either as a producer organization or producer cooperatives. Now the focus of Government of India is on forming more of cooperatives, and in that count, we are now working with Fisheries Department. Fisheries Department is developing a fisheries stack where the individuals associated with such activities, because that being landless activity, there need to be proper identification process of these people. The KYC, the know your customer requirement of any bank will come with the individuals. Of course, Aadhaar is there, but that Aadhaar need to be linked to the activity which they do. That is where the fisheries stack will come into importance. We are working with the Government of India Fisheries Department. Now, a lot of registrations have happened, and on that, we are adding a credit layer, which is the Kisan Credit Card. You all may be aware, Kisan Credit Card is not entirely for crop protection. It can be used for allied activities as well, fisheries activity, animal husbandry activity, dairying activity. So the allied activities, the important issue is that we find it difficult to link the person with the activity, and that is where electronic means technology will be coming to our help. And as of today, our Kisan Credit Card, digital Kisan Credit Card, yesterday Honorable Minister of Cooperation has launched it for the cooperatives. So that has already been developed for fisheries sector. And in Tamil Nadu, I understand that substantial amount of Kisan Credit Card loans for fisherwomen have been done through this portal. And we are linking this portal with not only cooperative banks, but also with regional rural banks. And also we are offering this as a digital public infrastructure for any entity interested in giving credit to these sectors. Now, climate resilience is one aspect which we deal with. As I understand, in agriculture, it's not a climate risk. Climate risk is one thing which is supposed to happen, but in agriculture sector, including allied activities, the risk has materialized. So now we need to have more of adaptation and also mitigation measures in agriculture program, and seaweed is a perfect fit for that, where we can absorb a lot of atmospheric carbon, which will have collateral benefits in all over that area. And in that count also, it is, I think there is a need for supporting seaweed cultivation. I'm happy that Gujarat has taken this lead. In fact, when I met Dr. Kirit in Delhi, he was mentioning about that. Then I got associated with this program and got it sanctioned. But then we need to expand it based on our learnings over here. I think most of the coastal areas in Gujarat will be perfect fit for this activity, and I think we need to expand it, providing for the livelihoods of the people. So now, capacity building, whatever we are endeavoring through this program, will be not only used for this activity. This actually, we are initiating those people into some of the economic activity in a structured way, and also fitting them to the market. Now, as we talk about sustainable agriculture or sustainable any activity, it is not a supply side activity alone, because they will actually create a lot of products, but it should be fitting to the market, and market also should absorb that. So it should be a demand-led activity where the persons who are spending money should find it useful to spend on those products. And that is where the quality, the marketing, branding, all these things are happening. And we need to work with the smaller groups like the one which we are doing now to actually make it a sustainable activity in terms of demand-led activity, not as a supply. They will simply produce, but then market will not be there to absorb. Maybe some CSR-led purchasing and such other things may happen. So we need to be conscious about that, and we are committed as NABARD, we are committed to promote more such activities, and our experience in in Tamil Nadu, in Pudukkottai district, is very encouraging. As I know, it's around 875 fisherwomen are associated with that, and there is a common processing unit for seaweed. I personally have seen that processing unit, and there is a monoline cultivation there. Almost 3.5 tons per monoline is being being produced there, and they are producing biostimulants, biofertilizers, seaweed chips, and those, I think some exposure visit also is planned under this program to those areas. Uh, I feel that Gujarat should become a major seaweed hub, from farming to processing and also to value-added products. Uh, and in that count, I feel seaweed is embodying the future, the green, inclusive, climate positive, and women-led activity. Because we need to bring more women into economic activity, and let Gujarat be India's seaweed classroom, where we train, test, and tramp. Wish you all the best, and I am happy to associate with this program. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your inspiring address. Your vision strengthens our commitment to this endeavor. Thank you once again. So, ladies and gentlemen, finally, to bring our formal inaugural session to a close, I would now like to invite Shri Satish Chhaya, Secretary, NCCSD, for the vote of thanks.
Namaskar, Pranam. Thanks to all honorable dignitaries in joining this seaweed development launching program. We appreciate the valuable insight said in the by speakers. Thank you again. Thank you, NABARD.